People of the Video Confidence Accelerator. This is a Sunday video class. I was going to call it Sunday Video School, Amani Channel here. And I'm so excited because I have a great conversation planned for you all. So I'm going to get into it just a second. I will say that whenever you're playing a live, you got to test some more. So my guest tonight, her name is Kim Powell. I'm going to bring her on in just a second. But we did a test last night using Skype, and I used Ecamm, and it was working perfectly. I created that little promo video using it. And then I told her something like my sparse senses were ringing, and they said to go ahead and do a test early. So at about 7:30, I texted her. I said, hop on at 7:40 so we can do a final test, because I had to add some graphics to some last minute things. And she was like, okay, cool. So the text started coming in. I can't log into Skype. I can't log into Skype. So the time was ticking. And what's up, John? How you doing? Yeah, so just to let you know, John, we were going to use another platform, but I'm using StreamYard, which is working fine. So I'm explaining what happened. So she was having trouble logging into Skype. I was like, look, don't worry about it. I have a backup plan. And so I created the post using StreamYard, which is what I'm using now. And I went to schedule it, and it will only let you schedule 10 minutes out. So it was already like 7:55 by then. Hey, Nina, how you doing? So it was already like 7:55 by then. So I had to make it go for like 8:10. I was like, let's just go live now. So I'm going live, like I promised, in the Facebook group. And you just got to be ready for anything, because even if you test, like certain things happen. And Kim Powell, who's my guest, she'll speak to that, because she's actually is an engineer. So she knows all about that stuff, but she helps people live the bliss life. So let me introduce her real quick, and then we'll jump into the interview, because she's standing by. She's anxious to get into this information. So Kim Powell is a designer and bliss coach who believes that transformation can be fun. That's why she created the Bliss Creator Blueprint for Living. And she helps professional women transition quickly and blissfully from mundane days to manifested dreams. How awesome does that sound, right? And I'm actually reading a book. I'm reading a book right now, so I know we have a lot to talk about. Kim started her coaching career business in 2015 after 20 plus years as a student of truth principles while working as a telecommunications engineer and real estate developer. It was during her corporate years that Kim reached the point described by former First Lady Michelle Obama: if you don't take control over your time in life, other people will gobble it up. And how true is that? Kim offers webinars and courses where students are trained in her Blissnotics techniques. Blissnotics combine mindfulness and analytics to cause powerful and deliberate shifts in self-awareness and energy, steering towards a desired life, a life desired. And that sounds amazing, right? Let me go ahead and bring Kim Powell. This is Kim Powell. She's been standing by anxiously once we got our technical difficulties worked out. Kim, can you hear me and do you see me?
I can hear you and see you fine.
All right, cool. So I'm really excited because I met you through this very Facebook group. And when I met you, you weren't making videos. You had your business going. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. But let's first of all talk about what is Blissnotics? How do you arrive at Blissnotics, and what is it exactly?
Well, the Bliss Creator is something I started really a long time ago, about 10 years ago. I had this vibrant coaching business, right? But I wasn't making any money. But I helped a lot of people. So needless to say, I have like a ton of very self-actualized girlfriends who are living their blissful life, But
Thanks to your techniques, right?
Right. Yeah. But I needed to turn it around, and I made a decision. I wanted to do this full time, and I wanted to really have major impact on many people's lives. Right. So I took all of the research that I gathered together from ancient Kemetic Egyptian traditions to the landmark. I don't know if you ever heard of landmark education, to everything from Iyanla to Oprah, right? And my good old Southern upbringing, I'm from the South, I'm a country girl. So I took all of that and I packaged it together in a process or a program that makes it easy for everybody to do. And my basic premise is bliss. I grew up with the whole golden rule, like smile and the world will smile back at you. And that's just how I've lived my life, and it works out perfectly. So I said to myself, my goodness, I have a master's degree, and I've worked for over 20 years in corporate America, even though I hated it. Okay, hated it. And I started a real estate development firm. I've transformed a whole entire community in Columbus, Ohio. Surely I could put this together and make it work for people, right? And that's exactly what I did. So my bliss today, what I do is I have these tools, and I call them the Bliss Nautics tool. But the number one tool that I wanted to share with everybody, and I wish the technology was there, but I wanted to share with everybody my Bliss Snap tool. And Bliss Snap is like a mini meditation that anybody can do like in a minute, right? And it can just transform your whole vibration in like 30 seconds. You know,
so that was the video that you sent me that we were going to play using the platform.
Yes, I wanted us to do that, but people can go to my website and certainly get it. But I just, I wanted to give you a sample of what it feels like to just raise your vibration on demand, right? And so the whole idea behind Bliss Nautics is that whatever you're feeling in this moment, it's going to contribute to the next moment. And so it will behoove you to feel good in this moment, right? So that your next moment will be even better. And so that's what it's all about. And so I help professional women get these tools, get trained on them really well so that they can like just make their lives the way they want them.
So this is going to be a very kind of woo conversation, I have a feeling, folks. And I just want to acknowledge some folks that are in the room right now. We have Earl Knight watching. We have Donnie Tuggle. We have Ernest. What's up, my boy? Ernest Murphy, Detrice Stalling. So anybody, just go ahead and check in if you're just tuning in. I have a wonderful guest, Kim Powell, who's actually a Video Fearless student. She was very active here. We did she'll talk a little more about it in just a second, how she got her video and incorporated video in her business. Yeah. But yeah, so it sounds like, Kim, that what you're doing kind of incorporates some law of attraction with some basic universal principles. And that's what helps people to manifest what they want to desire.
Exactly. And, so a lot of times, everybody knows about the law of attraction. Everybody has heard of The Secret. And you hear a lot of people talking theory, right? Like talk about, how it works and but hardly anybody tells you what to do, how to really embed it into your daily life. That's what the Bliss Creator is about. It's giving you practical steps that you can use every day that literally transforms your life right in front of your face, right?
So when you say transform your life, does it also do that for your business as well? Like, have you worked with entrepreneurs or business owners that have been able to change their business on a dime, it sounds like?
Yes, I've worked with business owners, professional women. Most of the folks are folks that I've known in my, corporate life. So I understand the stress associated with the kind of this code switching that you are involved with, working in corporate, and then you have your personal life over here. And so it's just not biologically good for you or emotionally good for you. So I help them to figure out ways to kind of streamline it, to make everything go like this. And when you do that, you kind of get a big partner. I call it the universe your partner. It comes in and it gives you more opportunity to grow. So if you're feeling accomplished, if you're feeling peace, if you're feeling all of those good things, then you get more opportunity to fill them. So things will start popping off for you. And, like I got a client, for example, we just went through what I call a 3-day bliss detox, right? In my group, I have a Bliss Tribe group, y'all. So I would love for folks to join that. But what we did was we kind of addressed the body and the mind, right? And she called me the other day. This is like a really, really small little thing, but it's a big thing. She said I should use one of the tools. She had to get her car fixed. Her car was messed up. And she went to a car dealer, and one car dealer told her like $1,900 to get it fixed. Ridiculous, right? So then she called somebody. She was like, I can't pay that. She said, I decided I don't want to pay over $300. Now, I just got this call last night. She said, I don't want to pay over $300. Somebody referred her to another mechanic. She went to the guy. He said $320. She got there in the place. Some reason the guy just said, waived $170. So she don't even have to pay anywhere near $300. That's the kind of stuff that happens. I call those bliss syncs. It's when you're aligned with the universe. This is like alignment to me. And and things just start to pop off. So that's what it's all about.
That sounds awesome. So Kim, I'm actually reading this book right now. It's called Creating Money, and it talks all about sort of the law of attraction, how to get the how to visualize, how to get in the feeling, and that's what really magnetizes your energies to attract the things that you want. So it sounds very much in alignment with a lot of the woo-woo things that I like to read about and study about as well. So Kim, let's talk about your video journey. So you've had this business. When did you start monetizing your business? Because you said you were doing this but not charging people. When did you finally decide to get serious about your business?
In 2015, I said, I want to really make a go of this, right? So I kind of floundered floundered, really floundered. And I think I met you. When did we meet? Like 2017 or something?
It was probably, I think it was like beginning of last year in the group, because it was in this group, and I did a 30-day video. I challenged myself to make a video every day for 30 days. And that's kind of how you somehow found your way to the group.
I don't know. I thought it was before then, but look, it's been such a journey, right? But I remember like posting stuff, right, on my site and getting people through word of mouth. And I was like, because what I do is very, application oriented. So it's doing stuff, right? And so I was like, how can I get people to understand what I'm saying? And you start talking about just go online, just do it, just make it. And I was like, I'm not sure. I don't know how to do that, but I did it. I just took your word for it, and I just went for it. It helped that you gave me all that technical stuff. Like I had no idea. I always felt like other people knew more than I did about doing, about videotaping. And so here's this guy, y'all, Amani, who's like a professional videographer, reporter, all this stuff. And he's telling you, look, y'all, this is all you need. Get yourself a microphone. I got a microphone. Get yourself a light. Make sure he told me all these things, and I just did what he said. And I just went online. I don't know what I was doing, but I just went online, and I haven't stopped, because I noticed that when I made a video, I got much more engagement than when I just put a static photo on. So hats off to you, Amani.
Well, I will say that Kim I remember she was like in the challenge, she was commenting, she was asking questions, and like you can sort of sense from people like when they want to do something, but they're just like something's holding them back. And I just got this feeling that you were like, I'm going to Florida this weekend. I was like, well, just make a video. Then you're like, just record a video. I was like, yeah, just record one. And you went and did it. And the next thing you know, she was editing videos, and she's a rock star, actually. So I'm very proud of you and your accomplishments, and the fact that you got out of your own way, right? Because a lot of times, folks, we overthink what we have to do. We overthink our own expertise. We think that we're not this expert or this credible person, or that our audience is going to take us seriously, or they're going to be like, who is this on camera trying to tell me? But really, we all have tools and talents to share with the world. And that's really why I want to empower folks. So I just want to say hats off to you, Kim, for taking the risk and putting yourself out there.
Yeah, thank you so much. Because really, I did need the confidence, because I knew I could learn how to do it, but I just didn't have the confidence. And when you told me, ABC, this is what you need to do, and I just do that every time, just even with the production of it, like the content, right? You said just figure out what you want to say, intro, body, and then say it, right? And I'm like, okay, every time I do it, I do that. I kind of go through my head. I don't always write it down, but I have it in my head of what I want to accomplish on the video, and it just works out.
So we were going to share a video that you produced, you shot, you edited it. So let's talk about some of the tools that you're using to create your content. I know we talked yesterday, we had a little pre-conversation about the apps. Let's talk about some of the apps. First of all, what are you using on your phone to create your mobile videos?
Okay, so I have an iPhone 10. And so I use Clips, which is an iPhone app. I think it's an Apple app that you use to create videos. I use that the most because I use those for the little bitty little snippets that I put out. I started this new thing like recently, a couple of months ago, where I do Bliss pop-ups, and they're just like little things that you can do throughout your day to make you feel good, So I use Clips for that. I use iMovie for bigger stuff, like if I'm doing a longer video or I'm trying to do something, a promo kind of thing, I'll use iMovie for that. I use Zoom. Because I hold weekly Bliss chats, I call them. And so this is where, folks come on and they can learn about Bliss, the Bliss Creator. We talk about contemporary or current events and topics, and how you can use Bliss in your life. I use Zoom for that. And I'm trying to learn, y'all, I'm listening to Amani about how to be on Facebook and on Zoom at the same time without paying a whole lot of money. So I'm waiting for that opportunity. What are we using right now? StreamYard. I had just looked that up and I'm like, I need to use that, So what else do I use? I use Thinkific for my courses. So I put my courses online on Thinkific. A lot of people use Teachable, but I use Thinkific. What else do I use? That's about it, I think. That's a lot, right? Like that's enough.
Well, it's not really big. Do you have an email autoresponder that you're using as well?
I don't really. I have it here, but you mean like I use Keep for emails, and is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, for email marketing, yeah.
my landing pages and my email broadcasts and things like that, I use Keep, which is an Infusionsoft product. It's like for small businesses. So I use that. Yes.
All right, cool. So we shared, I know it's like a fire hose. By the way, I want to acknowledge some folks that have commented. I want to say hello to Diana, hello to DeAndrea, Nancy Bradford, who's watching. If you're watching this, go ahead and chime in just so we know that you're here. We're going to go ahead and take some questions from, if you have anything to ask Kim about either video production, her videos, or about how to live the blissful life, because she shared some wonderful insights how you can get in the feeling of being successful or have the feeling of accomplishing whatever you want to accomplish. And really it will magnetize itself and come to you. So, yeah, awesome. So, but in the meantime, Kim, let me ask you, what were some of the main things like you feel like were stopping you from getting started with your videos and like just getting out of your own way? What were some of the things what were some of the self-talk things that were preventing you from sharing your message?
I would say primarily not knowing. Like I'm a scientist, so I think I got to study it and know every little detail about it. And quite honestly, Amani, I had taken a video course before yours, right? And I knew that once I could get on camera and be confident on there, I know what to do, but I just didn't know where do you start? You know what I'm saying? And so I found you, and it's like I found gold, because I was like, okay, he gave me this list of equipment that you needed to purchase. And I said, what's the minimum stuff that I gotta buy? And you told me, and I went out and got it. Amazon, whatever, I just got it, right? And then you said, so you giving me this step-by-step method from someone who was clearly knowing how to do this and doing it professionally gave me the confidence that, if I follow you, because I think I said that to you, I'm just going to follow you. I'm just going to follow you. And if I just follow what he's doing, I should be okay. And once I did that, and I started getting responses from people, like I get responses all the time, like, Kim, what do you use to create these videos? What are you using to do this? And I say, call Amani. I'm just following him. And so, I knew then that, it was having an impact. So,
but what I will say about Kim is that once she had the information on how to make videos, she found some apps, she did some research, she sort of started editing on her own. Like I didn't have to guide her like how to create her videos. Once she kind of found the path, she kind of carved her own way. She has her own style of production, which I appreciate as well, because it's up to us to take the ball and run with it. And she's definitely running with it to the finish line. So how many videos do you create a day? Like what's your posting schedule like?
I try to do one a day. I end up doing about one every other day or so, something like that. Every other day. I try not to clobber people too much with them because I have fun doing it. It's a fun thing for me, and, to see new stuff come out and use that, especially now that I'm here in Miami, right? Well, I used to be before we were quarantined. I was always out on the water, right? Like the ocean is like my friend. So I would be out there and I just want everybody to see the sunset, to see the sunrise, to see this, and because I think there's magic there. So I would create videos about that or just about walking, about anything, recipes. I like to cook. So I make videos about recipes. I just do it for fun, to be honest. And, but it also has a really positive impact on my business.
Definitely. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So Diana asked, how did you determine what to charge your clients or your students in your program?
That's such a biggie, because trust me, I had money issues before. I had like mindset issues with money, right? And so one of the things that I realized as when I first started, when I started to see the impact that what I was doing, having, the impact it was having on these people's lives, it really was changing their life, right? And that's priceless. That's priceless. So I priced myself accordingly. I remember charging $97 one time. I charged $97 for my.
That's how I started too. My first program was $97. It's not that now.
So hard, and it's like, yo, you got $97. Okay, thank you very much. But I started pricing accordingly. So now my product, my program is about 3 months long, and it is a very rigid program. I work one-on-one with the clients at least once a week, and then they get, like I said, my courses online and all that kind of stuff. So I price it, I price it based on the time, the
results in the transformation, I think, right?
Transformation that person's going to get. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
And also you have to account for your expertise, your experience, and all that. Like I have 20 plus years I've worked in the broadcasting field. It's like you can't buy that kind of experience. That's really what folks are investing in when they invest in themselves. They're getting that experience, they're getting that person to hold their hand. Exactly. So yeah, you sort of have to do analysis, Diana, think about what you're bringing to the table, think about your transformation, and then price your program accordingly.
Right.
All right, cool. So Detree says that she loves this. Yeah, awesome. So what are your top 3 suggestions for folks that want to create the business or the life of their dreams? What are the top 3 things that you want to, like, I know it's a 3-month program, but if you want to give some paintbrush things to help folks start living the bliss life, what would you say to folks?
Well, the first thing that I ever tell people, and this is my signature tool, I say you need to learn, you need to go within and see who you really are, right? Yeah, because, when you start a business, every little inch, every little part of you is revealed. Huh, Amani? It shows up, however you are being, it's going to show up. So I say the first thing that you want to do is to go within, get in touch with yourself. I do that through the Bliss Snapping tool. I teach people to, really get to a state of feel good first within yourself, by yourself, and then go from there. So from there, you can find out what is the thing that I do that I would do if there were, nobody ever paid me. I would just do it. It's just that much fun, right? That's the thing you probably need to start looking into. You still need to go down that road because you're going to have to do it a lot in order to be successful. You're going to have to do it when everybody else says, you know what, that's ridiculous what you're doing. You're going to have to still be doing it. And so you want it to be something that you are truly passionate about. And that's my advice, and there's a third thing, I don't know, but I would take my course. Take my course, and that'll make it happen for you.
So how do you use videos to grow? I wanted to ask this earlier, but how do you use videos to grow your business? What kind of results have you seen in terms of your enrollment, your students, your interaction? What kind of difference do you see when you use videos versus when you don't?
Well, you know what? I'll just talk about this real quick because it's kind of fresh. I had not been on Instagram that much, right? I was on Facebook and I had a following there and I just didn't have a following on Instagram. So I started to do Instagram and honestly LinkedIn too now. And when I got on Instagram, I noticed like all these new people that I didn't know, right, are like, yeah, I like this. And it seems that they like the videos more than like I said, just the post, the photos. And so I started doing, like I said, the pop-up is the thing that I'm doing now. And people are like, yeah, I like that. And it is a video, but it's a mixed media kind of video. And maybe you could talk about that, Amani, but I use little things to pique their interest. And I try to keep it under 30 seconds, but it's informative and it's entertaining at the same time. So
Kim makes her video. She's like on camera, then she'll go to like some screen animations. I don't know how she's doing it, honestly. Like I should get a tutorial we should do a tutorial for the group because like, even off the jump, she was doing really creative things with her videos, which I appreciate.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. It just keeps people engaged and want them to ask for more. And that's what you want. I mean, the video is not to tell you everything, but it's to get you to say, okay, I want some, what is this? What is this Bliss thing? What's that all about?
Let me hop into the Facebook comments. Let's see if anyone has questions for Kim at this point. Does anyone else have any questions for Kim while we have her here? This is the Bliss Creator. So you guys, this is a rare opportunity to figure out how you, because I mean, let me ask you this. Has your business slowed down now that we've entered this whole COVID-19 era? Have you seen like?
It's sped up. It's sped up. And see, the nature of my business is that it is one of those where you need a sit down, sit down and be still for a second. And people now have the luxury of at least a little additional time. Or I always tell people, you have the miracle of time right now, right? You can just throw away the excuse, I don't have time, because you get to choose every day how you're going to spend your time, your minutes, your moments of life. And so they are tuning in because they want to know, how do I manage this? Never before have people been so empowered than now. I know people don't believe that, but you are empowered in your day. You get to choose what you do in every moment and when you do it. And so with the Bliss Creator, I've actually grown. I've seen much more participation. And, I'm so like really overwhelmed by it. I'm very happy that people are beginning to kind of turn from this rigid, create widgets all day kind of mentality to, joy, peace, and ease in their life. And so, by the way, Bliss stands for boldly living in sync with source. So it's all about being synced up and riding high vibrationally so that you can get on the frequency of all that stuff that you say you want for yourself. That's what it's about.
That's powerful right there. All right. So Alan's guy says, I'm really curious about the mix of tools she uses for the video. I do have clips from Apple, but never used it. So talk to me about, I know we can't really show the app right now, but maybe we can do a tutorial with you later, but how are you actually creating like the graphics part? You do the video, you go to the graphics, you have the music underlaying everything. How are you building your stories? If you want to just sort of walk us through that real quick.
Okay, so Clips is really easy. I'm trying to pull it up real quick so I can talk about it. But Clips is really easy to use once you start using it. So I usually make a video. I'll make video. I'm making videos all the time. Wherever I am, if I see a good opportunity, I'll take a little snippet of a video because I know I can use it later on, and then or take a still shot. And when I get ready to create clips, they have a set amount of music. You can't really venture out too far with the music, but that's okay. It's not about that. It's about creating a mood, right? So, and they have these little animated clips that you can incorporate. So I go in and I put my video that I made, 2 days ago, and maybe a picture or something like that. And then I just transition them. It's really so easy. If you pull up Clips, put in your own video, go to the stickers. I think it is. The stickers are where the little anime, I use the Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse stickers all the time, but they are animated. So what it does is it keeps the person's attention. Like if they just saw me talking talking head, it would tire them, it would bore them out. So they see the little Mickey over there going, yay, she's talking about something, whatever, it just makes people attention span stay focused on what you're talking about. So, but Clips is really easy. If you just go in there and make a poster, you can use the stickers. You can even change filters on your face. There's so much that you can do, I wish you could show my
I'll post the video outside of this. I'll post it to the chat or something like that, or I'll post it in the group so people can see your because it was like I watched it. I was like, man, I should do this I need to add this meditation to my mix.
I was hoping you'd look at it and say, oh, let me edit some of it for her to make it even better. I was like, that.
All right, so we have another question for you, Kim. The Tree Stalling says, do you take subtopics from your course to create video content to bring people to your course offer?
Yes, definitely. As I mentioned, the Bliss Snap is like the foundational tool that every course use, right? But then we build on top of that. So on top of the Bliss Snap, there's so much. I mean, so much that I can tell you about, but it wouldn't make sense to take too long. But there are other tools that you can use that I kind of demonstrate, right? I demonstrate through what I'm doing. Like, for example, there's a museum out in front of me and it has this big swing, right? And so I was just swinging on the swing and I was like, this is a good video. Let me do this one, right? And I had someone, who was it? I don't know. My sister was here visiting. I had her videotape me swinging in the swing. With the swing, it really, if you get into the vibe of it, you will be like,
hypnotized.
And it creates a mood. So I'm always trying to create a mood with my videos to get people in a state where they can receive and allow, things to come. So that's what I'm trying to do with my videos all the time.
You call it mood video marketing. Create a new genre there right in front of us.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yes, Alan, the Clips app is from Apple. That is correct. All right, so we are about 30 minutes in this conversation, folks. I'm going to drop a couple links in the chat here. Kim referred to the gear guide that I created I think I might have just given her some equipment. I don't even think I gave her my gear guide, but I created a gear cheat sheet. I'm going to drop that in the comments for you. So you can download that just for a thank you for participating. It's going there now. And also, I will say that if anyone is having trouble or they're just having a little bit of trouble getting out of their own way, because I know that for like folks like Kim, she just needed a little bit of encouragement. And that's what I provide. So I can provide the encouragement and be a little bit of the accountability, but you want a little bit more hands-on direction and instruction from me. I would encourage you to set up a call. We can talk. I have a few slots left this week. I'm going to drop a link also in the chat, and that will get us on the way if you want more of a personal experience with me, because I believe like my goal is to help as many people as they can tell their stories. And I feel like we all have a gift that we need to share. And a lot of us, we're just standing in our own way when it comes to doing so. So I'm going to drop a chat. I'm going to drop the link into my call so you can apply for a call if anyone is interested. It's no pressure. It's no big deal. If it's not for you, it's all good. But there's a link there. You can see it. It's a bit.ly call fearless is the link there. And if we don't have any more questions, Kim, what would you like to say to folks who are just having that, they're not sure about what to do or what to say when it comes to their video making? What should they continue to do to get on the right path?
Honestly, just get out there and do something. You'd be surprised. Like, just go for it. Like, don't worry about mess up, because whatever it is, if it's your business that you're talking about, you probably know more than anybody else about it, right? So just get on there and be authentic. The way you know, I think when you're showing your vulnerability, people relate to it better. And so just say, oh, I messed up. You know, let me see. I'm still learning this thing, and just get out there, and you'll find that people are going to be with you. They're going to be rooting for you to figure it out. So just do it. Just go for it. Don't even worry. Yeah. That would be my best advice.
Awesome advice. All right. So if anyone has any more questions, it's going one, going twice. We'll have Kim on here for just a few more moments. Yes, you have something else. What do you? I
want to invite people over to my Bliss chat. That's free every Wednesday night. So come to Kim the Bliss Creator. That's my Facebook page. Kim the Bliss Creator. And then on Instagram, I am
drop that in the chat too. Kim the Bliss Creator. Drop that in the chat so folks can know where to find Kim.
And Kim, and I'm sorry, bliss.creator on Instagram. Bliss.creator on Instagram. So
and you're also here in this group. Like, people can also ping you here in this group. I mean, it's not like you're not. I think I might have sent you a message. So Kim is definitely here in the Video Confidence Accelerator. She pops in and out of our calls, and we'll tune in every now and then, which we always appreciate her participation.
And when I get into a little snap of whatever you call it, I'll go, I don't know how to do this. Help me, please. Yeah. So yeah.
Awesome. So spending a few minutes with Kim, who is the Bliss Creator. I'm going to hop in the chat real quick. Dinah says, I can't see your links. I see them. So I can send you my links, Diane. I'll send those in a message because I know how to find you. But if anyone else has if you have anyone else questions for, okay, Detrice just dropped your IG in the comments. So thank you for doing that, Detrice. That's what community is all about. See, folks got your back.
Yes. You have such a strong community here. I love it. I love being a part of it.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm thankful for everyone who's taking the time to invest in themselves and learn about this passion of mine, which is just to share, make a video, right? Whether it's a family video. And I was thinking about, this is a sidebar conversation now. I was thinking about, like, because I have all sorts of videos on YouTube. I was like, man, it's kind of like an archive now. So my grandkids, when I'm long and gone, like, people can go on my YouTube. If YouTube is still around, they'll be able to learn about, yeah, Grandpa was crazy about the news when he was younger.
Yeah, it's always, the videos are so good. It keeps you alive forever, right?
It really does. All right, Kim, well, we're going to let you go. I know you have some stuff I'm sure you need to do, but I want to thank you so much. Drop Kim some love in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, I want to thank you so much for your attention, folks. I'm planning to do these every Sunday. Then once in a while, I'll do the Video Confidence Secret Society. So we'll do kind of more the offline school as well. So just because of the reaction, right? It's all about the interaction. So as long as you guys are liking this content, I'll continue to bring it your way. All right. So with that, we're going to let Kim be on her way. Thank you so much, Kim. It was great chatting with you. I love your energy. I love your spirit. And we'll talk to you soon.
Yes.